Hey, it's math time. You ready to add and subtract? There are a whole lot of numbers. We're getting smarter with every math fact. Hello, and welcome back to Math with Mrs. McMillan. Today, we're going to wrap up our lessons on arrays, and we're going to do that by reviewing something that we did a lot in first grade, odds and evens. Did you hear that? Do you know what that is? It's time for a doubles quiz. Ready, set, go. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Alright, as I was saying, we're going to be working a little bit with odds and evens today. And to help me with odds and evens, I brought a bunch of my friends with me. We have Mr. Minion, I'm pretty sure his name is Dave. I have some elephant friends and some other buddies over here that I thought could help us out. Okay, so for odds and evens, the only thing that you have to worry about is matching up pairs of items. If every item that you have has a match to it, a buddy to go with it, then your number is going to be even. If somebody's left out and something can't be paired up, then it's odd. Like this. If we had, say, the number 7. So I have 7 stuffed animals. 1, 2, ooh, a gorilla, 3, 4, 5, Skippy John Jones, 6, 7. So I have 7 stuffed animals, and I want to know if the number 7 is odd or if it is even. What I'm going to do is just pair everybody up. So let's see. Here's a pair. Move them to the side. Here's a pair. Move them to the side. Here's a pair. Move them to the side. But, oh, look at that. Mr. Gorilla does not have a buddy to go with. You cannot pair him up. He's the odd man out. That means the number 7 is odd. That's right. Very good. So if somebody's left out and can't be paired up, your whole number is odd. Let's try again with a different number. What about the number 10? Let's go bigger. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a lot of stuffed animals. 6, 7, 8, 9, and ooh, a moose. 10. So if we want to figure out if the number 10 is odd or if it is even, what are we going to do? That's right, just pair everybody up. If everybody has a match, if everybody has someone to pair up with, then the whole number is even. If somebody's left out, if there's an odd man out and he can't be matched up, then the whole number is odd. So let's pair them up. Here we go. Here are 2. Here are 2. Here's 2 more. Here are 2 more. Oh, and look at that, my last pair. Everybody had a match. There's no one guy left, which means my number is even. Now check this out. The nice thing about odds and evens when you're dealing with big numbers like the number 432 is that if someone asks you if 432 was odd or even, the only thing that you would have to worry about is this last number here in the ones digit. If this last number here in the ones digit is an even number, that means the whole number is even. If this last number is an odd number, that tells you that the whole number is odd. So let's take a look at 432. We don't have to sit and try and match up 432 things. We just look at this number in the ones column. It's a 2. If I put up 2 fingers, boom, I can easily see that they have a match. That means that the whole number, 432, is even. Now, let's look at another number. What if we had an even bigger number? What if we had 1,672,327? All right. That is a pretty big number. If someone were to ask me, hey, is this number odd or even? I could quickly figure it out. There's no stress involved. I don't have to try and pair up over 1 million things. I just look at the number in the ones column and I try to figure out if this number is odd or even. So I can do a couple different things to figure out if 7 is odd or if it is even. I could draw it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then pair them up. Uh-oh, we have an odd man out. That means 7 is, you guessed it, odd, which tells me that 1,672,327 is an odd number. Okay, let's test you. Here we go. I'm going to give you a rather large number. Are you ready? 7,861,433. Boys and girls, can you tell me? Is it odd or even? Did you say even? Because if you did, you were incorrect. We're only looking at the number 3 here because the only thing that matters when we're trying to tell if a number is odd or even is the number in the ones column. So I'm looking at the 3 and I'm trying to decide odd or even. I could have drawn it out like this, paired these up, found out, uh-oh, odd man out, and decided that 3 was odd. Or I could have just looked at my fingers. Look at this. Here's a pair. Odd man out. The whole number is odd. All right. Very good. Now take a look at this. Now let's see what happens if we add 2 even numbers together. Right here I have 2, 4, 6 noodles, and 6 is an even number. You can see the 3 groups of 2 that I have. And then I have 2, which of course is an even number because they make a beautiful little pair right there. So what would happen if I added an even number to an even number like this? Chunk. Let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, is 8 odd or even? Let's pair them up. There's a pair. These noodles are rolly. There's a pair. Okay, here's another pair and here's another pair. Well, check it out. It stays an even number. It makes 8, and 8 is even. Let's try this again. All right, now let's see what happens if I add an odd number to an even number. Right now I have a group of 5, which is an odd number. Here's a pair, odd man out. And then I have a group of 4, which is really an even number because I have a group of 2 here and a group of 2 here. So if I add an odd number to an even number, what do you think will happen? Okay, let's find out. Here we go. 5 plus 4 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, is 9 gonna be odd or even? Let's pair them up. There's a pair. There's a pair. There's a pair. Here's a pair, but uh-oh, look what? There's one guy left. 9 is an odd number. Now, what happens if we add an odd number to an odd number? Like, let's say 3. These guys are really rolly today. Plus 3. So 3 by itself is an odd number because look, here's a pair and then I have an odd man out. So I have 2 odd numbers. What happens if we put them together? Now I know because I'm so smart at my doubles that 3 plus 3 is 6. But let's see what happens. Is 6 going to be an odd number or an even number? Let's see here. Here's a pair. Here's a pair, and here's a pair. 6 is even, so if I add an odd number to an odd number, I'm going to get an even number. Let's see if that's true. Let's try that again with 2 different numbers. Here we go. What about 5, because I know he's an odd number, and 3. There we go. There are 2 odd numbers here, 5 and 3. Let's add them together. 5 plus 3 is 8. Now let's figure out if 8 is an odd number or an even number by pairing them up. Here's a pair. Here's a pair. Here's a pair, and here's a pair. Oh my goodness, 8 is even. So adding 2 odd numbers together is going to give me an even number. Adding 2 even numbers together is going to give me an even number. And adding an even to an odd number is going to give me an odd number. Now let's see what happens to an odd number if we double it. So I know that if I'm going to double something, that means I'm going to add the same number 2 times. So if I had an odd number like 3, and I know it's odd because there's a group of 2 here, but there's an odd man out, and I added it to itself so that I had 3 plus 3, what would happen? Am I going to get an odd number or an even number? 3 plus 3 is 6. Is 6 odd or even? Well, we can just draw it out. There's 6 dots right there. Here's a pair, here's a pair, and here's a pair. Oh, it's even. So when I double an odd number, look at that. I get an even number. Let's try this again. Let's try doubling an even number and seeing what happens. So here we go. Here's an even number. Oh, we just knew that 6 was even. So let's go 6 plus 6 because I am doubling 6. 6 plus 6, I know this one is 12. You said that faster than me. Nice job. Now let's try to see if 12 is going to be odd or if 12 is going to be even. Let's just draw her out since I don't have 12 fingers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, let's pair them up. It's looking good so far. Hey, check it out. There's no odd man out. That means 12 is even Steven. Nice job. So when we doubled an odd number, we got an even number. And when we doubled an even number, we got an even number. What do you know about that? Hey, thanks for joining my friends and I as we learned a little bit more about odds and evens today. And now if you could just work on the activity that I assigned to this math video, I would appreciate it. Hey, tune in tomorrow. We're going to do something really fun with tessellations. You're going to love it.